To this day, women still often face obstacles when they want to take on a leadership role. Companies need to start taking actions, otherwise they risk losing the next generation of women leaders. They need to create a supportive and inclusive workplace. Today, we are talking with Raphaëlle, who is a senior associate in our tax department and will sooner than later take over a manager role within the organization. She will let us know who inspired her and how she feels about becoming a manager at PwC. Thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
I am doing well, thank you. You?
Not too stressed on this Friday morning?
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah?
Happy to be finally soon close to the weekend. So.
Oh yeah. I will attend the movie job just after this.
Mm-hmm.
So going to meet a lot of people today. A good way to start into the weekend.
Exactly.
And I will be moving this weekend, so very excited about that.
No way.
Yes,
Seriously?
I'm moving this weekend into my own place, so
Congratulations.
thank you very much. Talking about milestones, today we want to talk about women in a corporate environment and who are about to enter into a position of leadership. So you are currently a senior associate within our tax department. So maybe you could share a little bit with me and also with the listeners about your experience as a senior associate and what's coming next for you.
Okay, so I've joined PwC last year in February as a senior associate, and now I am in my promotion year to be maybe, let's finger crossed, a manager.
Mm-hmm.
And since I have started to be a senior, it was for me like a really, really good opportunity, like to start to manage my home team with my junior.
Yeah.
My little babies, as I usually said. And this is indeed really good opportunity and challenge. Yeah, indeed, this is a challenge because like to manage on a day-to-day basis your whole team from the like manager and up, and then from the junior. This is not easy. But you learn a lot, and this is always good for you, and to get confidence by this way to teach other people also to new skills and new technical approach, etc.
I imagine it must be difficult to have a position where you need to handle your own workload and manage other people and their questions and supporting them as best as you can.
Yeah, it's not always easy. Nevertheless, I think we have to do that. And something which is really important for me also, it's to show to the junior that I have time for them to explain if they have like to allow them to ask me the question, and then to take some time to review or to explain like in a good way without being in a rush.
And in your career, did you have any managers or maybe other role models who marked you and also influenced the way you would like to be a manager?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. So since I have joined PwC, I had the opportunity to work with many women. And especially a few women in FS tax department, and also in alternative tax department. I don't know if I can give their name, but
you can, yeah.
So there is in alternative there is Marianne Duchâtel. She's a director, and Morgane Goflo. She's a senior manager, but she's on maternity leave. Sorry.
Oh, good.
And in FS, Estelle Gilles, but she has left the firm. But so those three women, I mean, they were like.
They marked you.
Yeah.
Marked you as who you would like to be as a manager. They showed you what qualities you appreciated, maybe also the most.
Yes, because they are always like in a good mood, which is really important.
True, yeah.
And also they showed me that they have time for me to explain me and to answer my question. And as I said, I want to show to my to the junior in my team that I have time to tell them what we have to do, etc. And this is what they were doing with me. So
you don't want that the juniors maybe feel like a burden to you, like just an added task in your to do. You really want to show them that for you, it's really important to teach them and to coach them and be there for them.
And this is what Marianne, Morgan, and Estelle they used to do with me. And so yeah, they are definitely an amazing model for me.
I think it's very important to have those role models, if it's in a good way, because you know exactly who you would like to be, but also maybe like negative experience you may have seen or heard about. It also shows who we don't want to be when we are in a manager one day. But what are some other qualities that you appreciate in a leader and maybe would like to incorporate in your way of leading people later on?
I think when you want to grow your career, you have to get confidence. So there is many ways to get confidence about you. Either you will study.
Yeah.
Either you will work a lot,
Sure.
or also you will meet some people who will help you to feel confident. And for example, to feel confident about asking questions. Because this is, in my opinion, maybe I am wrong, but to me, it was the best way like to get confident. It's like to find someone who can properly tell you with a clear communication how things will work, and then if you can ask freely some question, then you will get confidence, and this is what we have to do, like to show around you and to show you that you are confident, and if you have any doubts, please feel free to ask.
Yeah, they need to trust themselves first to be confident in their way of doing things before they can actually coach people. I remember when I started here, I was a little baby. I was a trainee. And I needed to send emails to like the big bosses. And I was so afraid of sending them that I was like, okay, you fake it till you make it, Ann-Kathrin. And I just sent those emails, and like by watching like how other people were forming their emails and like how they were sending them, how they were communicating, I just copied their style of communication until I was confident enough to actually do it as myself.
Yeah.
And I trusted in my capability of being like, hey, I know this is the right thing to do, so please make the effort to listen to me. So I think that comes also with like experience, talking to people, observing more experienced people, some managers, like the role models you had who showed you like, okay, this is their way of doing it, and you really liked it, and so you kind of started.
Yeah, I want to apply the same way to think and to help people within your team. So this is really important for me, because for me it was and it is still really helpful. So yeah, definitely I want to apply this way of working.
And we know that the corporate world and society in general has changed a lot over the past few years. But do you think that female leaders are still facing some struggles or the same as before? And also, what do you think an organization or company could do to support and encourage more women to take on leadership roles?
So from just my perspective, I didn't like face specific issues. Nevertheless, I think there is indeed some challenges that women will have and had to face within the past, and new challenges that we will have to face in the near future. So definitely, I think the hardest thing to do, it's, as I was saying, to show confidence. And sometimes for women, it's not easy, because it's not easy to place yourself, like especially in a corporate environment where there is like a strong position of men around. So I think this is the main issue. And what let's say, what the firm can do. It's like to help women to express themselves. And for example, what we like to organize like this kind of podcast. This is a great idea, I think, because then women maybe they will listen it and oh yes, it rings a bell. So I should apply this way to think. So to organize this small talks, conversation, or maybe a small event like to emphasize women's position within the firm. I think this is a good start, and this is a good way to help women to grow within the company, within the firm.
It's important to have the awareness that maybe for women it's different than for men. It's just the reality of what it is.
I think, yeah.
Even if the company like PwC tries their best, that there's no bias when it comes to promotion. But still, the way often women approach situations very differently from the way we brought up by our parents and by society. Definitely. So I think just talking about it and sharing the experience with other women within the company helps to be like, I'm not the only one feeling that way.
Exactly. And like I remember, like years ago, I had a conversation with one of my colleagues because she had to prepare like a speech for the Women's Day. And she was like, oh, Raphaëlle, what do you think this is like the biggest issue for women in the corporate world? And I said, I think like the first issue is that when women want to apply to a job position, if we don't match perfectly the profile, we will not go. For the application. But around me, for men, they will go.
They will try.
Yeah, they will try because they feel like enough confident again to try. And so this is what she spoke about when she was doing the speech. And I think this is the main issue, like to apply.
You need to apply, yes. I can testify to that because as I work in recruitment, I can see it. Like women only apply to one or two positions, the best matching ones. Meanwhile, men also apply to positions where they're not maybe the best match, but they feel confident enough that they have the skills that they need.
Exactly.
And women, they really don't. They really, I don't know. Maybe it's the way we are brought up by our parents, by society, that we need to stick what we know best.
Maybe, yes.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I can also feel that it's changing. Indeed. The new generation coming after us, like just finishing their studies, they're way more confident than we ever were when we finished our studies. And I think it's a good thing. You can sense that there's a change coming. Also the leadership, more women are integrating leadership positions. So
I agree with you. There is the roots is good. I think there is bigger changes, and this is the good move that we can see.
Moving into the right direction. And now the very last question for today is: what is a piece of advice that you would like to give any new joiner, or maybe specifically women, would like to apply or come out of their studies?
Try to find a model within your team, within your department. Try to ask some question the more you can, and certainly to not hesitate, like to feel confident about who you are and where you want to be. Because this is I think the first pillar of your career. It's like to feel confident about the future and to find someone who will help you to grow as you think, as you will and as you want to be.
Thank you so much for taking the time to share your thoughts, advice, and also your experience with us today.
Oh, thank you. It was a real pleasure.
Have a lovely weekend. Hopefully the sun comes out a little bit.
Yeah, let's hope.
That's it for today's episode. And if you don't want to miss out on our upcoming stories, hit subscribe and feel free to share. Let us know what you think. Thank you for listening and see you for the next episode of Casual Side.